Now for the top story tonight, Texas Governor Rick Perry, one of those calling for financial reform in Washington. His campaign is modeled on small government, lower taxes, which has worked in his state. And that's not all. Governor Perry apparently feels President Obama has insulted the American people.
We've been a little bit lazy, I think, over the last couple of decades.
Can you believe that? That's what our president thinks wrong with America? That Americans are lazy? That's pathetic. It's time to clean house in Washington.
All right, here now is Governor Perry. So, was that a fair ad there, you know?
Yeah, it's a fair ad, absolutely.
Yeah.
Look, this president's traveled around the country making excuses for America, apologizing for America, saying that America is not an exemplary country. And then he gets on TV and talks about that Americans are lazy, that they've lost their ambition, that they've lost their imagination.
Was he really talking about the folks? Let's run the ad and see what he had to say. Go.
There are a lot of things that make foreign investors see the U.S. as a great opportunity: our stability, our openness, our innovative free market culture. But, you know, we've been a little bit lazy, I think, over the last couple of decades. We've kind of taken for granted, well, people will want to come here, and we aren't out there hungry selling America and trying to attract new businesses into America.
So he really wasn't talking about the folks. He was talking about trying to get investment to come to the U.S.
He said we've been a little lazy, is
but
what he
we,
said.
the government.
Well, I don't know. I think he's talking about Americans.
Do you really?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what you took away from that?
I think that's exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I think this is a man who really, if he believed that Americans were hardworking, that they were ready to ignite this economy, then we wouldn't have the tax policy, we wouldn't have the regulatory policies in place that are killing jobs in this country.
Well, he comes at it from a social justice point of view. But let me ask you this. Do you believe that Barack Obama, the person, not the president, the person, because a lot of conservatives do believe this, doesn't like America?
Listen, I'm not. I think he cares for his country.
Do you?
I just think his policies are socialist.
All right, so you don't buy into the fact that he goes abroad and he says things that to the other countries, and particularly the Muslim world, that diminish America. You think he does love his country and he's trying to do his best.
I think he cares for his country. Don't get me wrong about that.
Okay.
But I think he truly misunderstands what this country was based upon, the values that America was based upon, which is free enterprise and having the ability to risk your capital and have a chance to have a return on your investment. That's what he doesn't understand.
Do you think he's a socialist? Do you
Absolutely.
Think,
I think he,
a
yes,
hardcore
sir. I think
socialist.
Barack Obama is a socialist. I think he believes that when you talk about printing money and spending government money and trying to spread it out, as that conversation that he had with Joe the plumber, you know, kind of redistribute the wealth.
Absolutely.
Best I can tell, that's socialism, Bill.
But it crosses a line in the sense that he would say he's a progressive and that he wants social justice and what they call income equality. Socialism is basically seizing private property. All right, the government seizes it, and then does what it wants.
What do you think the death tax is? I mean, that's seizing
I think it's seizing private property, Governor. I'm right with you there. That's right, but you're dead. I mean, that's the ruse.
But I
you're
mean,
dead.
when the good Lord calls you home, the government ought not come get your home.
All right, now, Obama would say, I think, I can't speak for him, but I have interviewed him a couple of times and spoken with him. He would say that you don't care enough about the poor, that the education system in Texas, the healthcare system in Texas, doesn't serve the underclass and the poor as well as his vision does with Obamacare and the heavy redistribution of assets that he really wants. And you would answer that how?
I would answer that the people who are occupying Wall Street, or the individuals, that 14+ million people that are out of work, I think the vast majority of them don't want a government handout. They want the privilege of being able to take care of their family, to look them in the eye and say, listen, I got a job and I'm going to be able to take care of you.
You think those Occupy Wall Street will want a job?
I think there's some of them out there that may.
Can you get them? Because I haven't seen them. They've been out there for 2 months, Governor. I mean, what are they, on a furlough here? What kind of, that's like Sweden. I got 2 months vacation.
I think they're just,
I mean, who are
these people that are completely disgusted with government's relationship with Wall Street. Look, the vast majority of the people that are out of work out there, They don't want a government
But they're
handout.
not out here with the Occupy Wall Street people.
There's
I mean, the vast
obviously
majority of people who
some
are
of
out of
them.
work are looking for work.
Right.
They're not trying to, you know, shake down people walking by them. Look, in the beginning, I had some sympathy for the Occupy Wall Street movement because there is corruption on Wall Street. Do you believe that, by the way, that is there corruption?
Absolutely.
You know, and there's got to
Look,
be some government oversight on those people.
There has to be, and that's the real issue here. Dodd-Frank banking regulation was not the answer. The answer was to use the regulators that we have to go in and to root out the corruption and the individuals.
And to have clear rules.
And clear rules in place.
This is what
and
you
we
can and
failed.
can't do.
And we failed,
Okay.
unlike Congress that doesn't have a rule for doing inside trading.
Now, your campaign is interesting because, and the whole Republican deal is that you're up, you're down, you're in, you're out, you're this, you're that. Your strategy going forward is to take votes from whom? You've got to take votes from some of these candidates. I don't think you're going to take them from Romney. He just stays steady. He's like rock steady at 22%, right? But you might be able to take from Gingrich or Kane, who's now on the decline. Who do you want to take from?
Look, we're going to try to collect votes from anyone out there that believes that the answer for America is to have a vision, a tax plan, 20% flat tax, 20% corporate tax, break down Washington. I mean, it's not, painting over Washington is not what the people want. They're ready for a real overhaul, taking a sledgehammer to it. And this part-time Congress is one of the ways to do it. You give them half the pay, keep them out of town half the time, America would be a lot better off.
Governor, thanks for coming in. Good luck to you
with you, Bill.